Hey there, this week's episode is brought to you by our friends at Infusionsoft. They're the leading CRM software that is our customer management system here at Glazer Kennedy, and the one that we refer to everyone to be using right now. And you can find out all about it by clicking on the link on the banner on the sidebar to the right. And on today's show, we have a great show for you. We have an interview with my good friend and peak performer partner, Lee Milteer, a really outrageous S&D example that makes me proud, and that's hard to do in the world of outrageous advertising, and an answer to a question from a Glazer Kennedy Gold member. I want to welcome everybody to No BS Live. This is the place for prosperity without, wait a minute, all the bull. Pretty cool bull, huh? All the bull. Okay, let me ask you a question. Are you a positive thinker? Well, you're going to love this next segment. Right now, right before the Info Summit, I sat down with my good friend, and as I said before, peak performer partner, Lee Milteer, and we talked about the importance of this topic. So go ahead, roll that interview. Well, now I'm doing this segment here with the beautiful Lee Milteer, who's the beauty involved with Glazer Kennedy, and Dan and I are not. And actually, I want to talk to her about a topic which she just exudes, which is this whole notion of positive thinking. And you know, you're a member, a very valued faculty member in our Peak Performers group, which a lot of what you deliver to our members, which has been very helpful to them, is this whole notion of positive thinking. So to share with all of our audience a little bit about what this notion is and how this applies to your life.
Well, the truth is, the way you think creates all of your success. If you have negative thoughts, you won't see opportunities. And right now, our whole world is being totally tamed, Bill, because of the media and people telling us that the economy is bad and the housing marketing is not going to come back, and negative, negative, negative. And if you wake up in the morning and you literally think and allow this negative stuff to get to you, you won't see the opportunities that are right in front of you, business opportunities, way to market, get new clients, new customers, and you don't feel good, and you're a terrible role model for your children. So it's what I represent in life is to remind people how important it is that you take charge of the caliber of information that goes in your brain every single day, that you deliberately focus in on what's good, that you read inspiring things, you associate with inspiring people, that you are proactive about being positive. If you'll notice positive people and negative people attract people to them. Negative people kind of repel people. And since you're all about marketing and it's all about attraction, you have to be positive. And so I made a decision a long time ago that there's always a choice, and that the big secret in life is to have an attitude that you can do anything you want to do, that you can have fun, you can be positive, and that life is this great adventure. You have 1,440 minutes of every single day, and it's your job to look for what's good, to capitalize on your own talents and your skills and your abilities, and not let anything tame you. Again, life is this great adventure.
You know, as I'm sitting here thinking about this, you know, Zig Ziglar, the great orator, and I'm a huge admirer of his, always talks about if you hang around 9 dead broke people, you're starting to become the 10th dead broke person. And as I'm thinking of that and listening to you, it's really if you hang around, you know, unpositive people, you're bound to become unpositive. You hang around, I mean, one of the reasons why I enjoy hanging around you so much, you're so positive that I feel better right after I finish talking to you. So talk, and just one more question for you, which is, you know, what are your strategies? Where should positive be placed in your life? All the different things that you're doing in your life. How do you think about that strategically?
Well, I think that the way that you start your day every day determines the entire day. So if you get up in the morning and you're like, oh my gosh, I have to go to work, I don't feel good, everything is terrible, it's going to be a terrible day. If you get up in the morning and you really have gratitude and excitement about the day of what you can create, what you can do for life, you're going to have a much better day. You'll have a profitable day. You're going to be a better service person. You literally are going to have an influence in life, and that's what Glazer Kennedy is all about, is influencing people. And so it's a choice. And so every day when I get up, I literally put positive information in my brain. The caliber of information that goes in my brain first thing in the morning with that cup of coffee is crucial. So I read something inspiring, I watch something inspiring, I listen something to inspiring, I do a gratitude list for the day, I script out what my day is going to be like. I just always have this expectation that my life is going to have positive things in it, and that I get to choose that day, that it is my responsibility. I'm 100% responsible for my attitude. And since, as Dan always talks about, our attitude will determine whether we take risk. And so I choose to be positive, and it's been very beneficial for me. I've made a whole career out of it. And by the way, I used to tour with Zig for a long time, so love him.
Well, we won't talk about any of those stories, but so, what I like that you've shared with me that you've done, and you said that was partly inspired by No BS Live TV, but
yeah, absolutely.
I'm honored that that would be the case, but you're actually have put together a resource to allow people to be able to communicate positiveness with them on a regular basis with your own upcoming web TV show. So people that want to stay connected, that resonate with this, and everybody really should resonate with this positive thinking. It really does make a huge difference in your ability to get things done, and also how you feel about yourself. But people that want to get connected to that, how can people stay connected to you?
Well, we have LeeMiltier.tv, and I have a brand new show, and it's called Untamed Success Positive Television, and it's going to be a short 10-minute show, and we have guests on the show, and we have people asking questions about how they can deal with different challenges in their life, and it's just enough little bit of information to just get you excited and pumped up for the day. And that's what everybody needs. They don't need a lot of it, but they just need that little bit of push, that little bit of inspiration every day to remind themselves that they're in charge of their own destiny. No one is in charge of your destiny but you. You can also go to Miltier.com, and on our front page there will be access to the show.
Yeah, so I guess the show has really been put in place to give people positive reinforcement on a regular basis.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, I think it's terrific. And, also, as you're watching this segment, I'd love to hear your feedback about this. If you can just leave a comment below, and I'll pass them on to Lee afterwards about this whole notion of positive reinforcement, how it affects you and your life. And again, we'll put the link on the bottom here where you can find Lee. But Lee, one more just time, people want to access the show on a regular basis. What is that website again?
It's my name, LeeMiltier.tv.
Okay.
Easy.
So we took a little break from our Peak Performers meeting. Thanks for doing this, and thanks for sharing it with all of our online friends. And now back to the show.
Please watch.
So now it's time for the S&D segment. That's swipe and deploy, and something that you can use in your own business. And this week's item, I want to show you something that's really cool. It's a cool card concept. It's called Rip Cards, and it's from Alf Markuson. He's the creator behind Rip Cards, and he sent it to me, and I just had to share it with all of you. And that's something that's this right here. Look at this thing. It's all up on screen right now. It's a little card. It's sort of like a business card type of thing. But what you actually do, it's empowering you to refer people to somebody's business. So what you do on the card is you fill out your name and an expiration date, and you take that with you, and then you on the other side of the card you fill out all your contact information, and you give it back to the business owner that gave you this card. And so now you're taking half of this card with you, and you're giving it out to people that you know, and in order to bring into this person's business. And when it comes in, there's a tracking link. It's on here. That person gets a special deal or a special offer because they know you, and it's also tracked back to you because there's a little number on here that tracks it back to you, and you get something when they come into the business. So this is empowering people to refer people to your businesses, and you can use this in any kind of business you want. Friend of mine, Mark Victor Hansen, creator of Chicken Soup for the Souls, he's got these things created for him, and he gives it out to people to refer to him as well. So it works in the information marketing business, it works in the brick and mortar business, any business you can think of, you can actually empower people, and this is a tool to empower people to refer for you. And as Dan Kennedy and I always say, the quickest way to double your business is to get every one of your customers to just refer to you one friend of theirs. That will double your business for you. So you have to have a referral culture in your business, and this is a cool little tool, the RIP cards, to actually empower people to refer people to your business. And as I said before, this week's show is brought to you by my good friends at Infusionsoft, which, be honest with you, it is the CRM system that we use here at Glazer Kennedy, and I don't know that we could run our business without it. It's the system that I see today that is best for the small business owner to do everything for their business. Email marketing, CRM, customer relationship management, on and on and on. We use it extensively for everything that we do at Glazer Kennedy. If you want to check it out, if you're looking for the system to automate your marketing for you, go ahead and click on the link below and tell them Bill sent you. And now it's time to Ask Bill. That's me. Our question this week comes from No BS Live TV viewer Paul Schroeder. And Paul asks, I'm writing copy for a company that sells directly to engineers. I've been told that since engineers make decisions based more on logic than emotion, they don't respond well to sales copy. How would you overcome such objections? Okay, Paul, it was a good question, interesting question, a question that I get a lot, not necessarily about engineers, but from people in general, which is making the assumption that people respond a certain way by a certain niche. And first of all, I'm going to challenge the assumption. And you said that people are telling you that, but I'm not so sure that you're listening to the best advice. Here's my response to your question. Different people respond different ways. Some people are very analytical. Some people are very, very impulsive, and they just want to get a short piece of information and be able to make a decision real quick. Whereas, again, the analytical people are hunters, and they're looking for as much information as they possibly can to make a decision. And so here's the real answer to your question. The answer to your question is you want to be able to have information for all kinds of people in the way that they buy, which is the reason why you've got to do two things. First of all, when you write copy, and again, the copy is either delivered online or offline, it could be video copy, it could be written copy, whatever, you want to do it in a way that there's double readership path. Whereas the people that are looking for all the information they possibly can will have everything that's there, and they can stay and watch everything on the video, or they can read the entire 24-page sales letter, what have you. Or the people that are impulsive, people like me, that I just give me the facts. And again, I'm not an engineer, but I'm telling you there are engineers like me, and those people want to just go in and get the main points and be able to move through the copy as quickly as they possibly can. So the real answer to the question, the first one, I told you there's two. The first answer to that question is when you deliver information, you want to deliver it for both types of people, the impulsive buyer and also the analytical buyer. The second thing you want to do is you want to use a multi-step approach, not just send out a sales letter, a postcard, a video, a sales letter, what have you. You want to use multiple steps, and in each of those steps, when possible, you want to use different media. So sometimes you might want to use online, sometimes offline, sometimes short copy, sometimes long copy, different kinds of media, so that you can provide the information for the way people like to respond. So again, don't make the assumption that because somebody is telling you something, that's the way it has to be. People are people, buyers are buyers, and different buyers buy different ways, and you've got to have information for the different kinds of buyers. Now, Paul, I want to thank you for sending in your question. It was really a good question. And because you did that, I'm going to send you a copy of this week's Beat the Clock Web Deal of the Week. So our brand new bride just got married, Jessica. Jessica, tell everybody about what's waiting for Paul this week on the Web Deal of the Week.
Hi, this is Jessica bringing you this week's Beat the Clock Web Deal. In Consulting and Coaching Bootcamp, Dan Kennedy, along with several other speakers, take you behind the curtains of a recent bootcamp and show you exactly how to make $100,000 to $1 million a year or even more in the consulting and coaching business. Superstar seminar speakers at this one-of-a-kind bootcamp include Steve Miller, the leading consultant to the trade show industry, Craig Proctor, top 10 RE/MAX real estate agent generating millions with his seminar and coaching business to the real estate industry, Stephen Rulak, one of the highest paid consultants and expert witnesses in America, plus Dan Kennedy, the consultant's consultant. Beat the clock and invest in Consulting and Coaching Bootcamp for 50% off and get free shipping as well. But hurry, this offer ends at 11:59 p.m. Eastern on November 8th. Check the banner for more details.
So there you go, Paul. I hope that answer helps you get out a bit of your own way. I hate to say it. And I hope it helps the rest of you as well. And if you want your own questions answered right here on No BS Live TV, just leave it in the comments below. And if you're chosen, I'll answer it in future episodes or something brand new. You can also ask your questions by calling us. Just call 443-470-9025, 443-470-9025, and leave a clear message with your name and your question, and try to keep it real short. That's making it easy as possible. So you can either type in your question below, or if you want to ask a question live, just go ahead and call that phone number. And that's it for this week's show, folks. But before you go, I've got something for you, again, for taking the time to watch the show. It's my free gift just for watching. This week is a genuine, authentic, The Real Life of Ralph Lauren by Michael Gross. Now, that is a book that I have read and reread a few times. If you don't think there's lessons in there for you and your business, you are mistaken. Ralph was a gentleman that just built a mega empire, and now he's into everything. And so there's lessons there for every business, and you can have it for free just for watching. And if you're not already a Glazer Kennedy member, I'm making this available to you as an ethical bribe to test drive 2 free months of Glazer Kennedy Elite Gold membership. And if you're already a GKC member, you can take advantage of this too. Remember, these free gifts are extremely limited in the quantity that we own, and we're only going to be giving away the quantity that we have. And you can get one for just covering the shipping and handling of $5.95. So get yours now by clicking on the banner on the sidebar. I am Bill Glazer, and this is No BS Live, the place for prosperity without all the bull. Hey, thanks for watching.